Hey everybody, how are you? David and EveElise here, and we're gonna get our little speaker set up. Hope you're doing well, and this finds you in a positive space. But if it's finding you in a negative space, then we got a few simple tips on how to turn that around. So we were both driving to our yoga class this morning. We're both driving, but we got to go together, and we had the same kind of thoughts, like, oh, some negative thoughts are starting to creep in, to our unconscious self-talk. And so we started talking about the things that we both are doing to get those out. And so we thought, oh my gosh, this is a great thing to share in case you guys don't know these tricks. So do you want to add anything?
Yeah, well, so yesterday I was actually listening to a webinar, and the recommendation was picture yourself as a wet dog, and you know how wet dogs will shake their whole body and head simultaneously, and water will spray everywhere, and that's what this person does. And I thought, yeah, I actually do that. I'll actually physically shake my head when I start to go negative in my head. And a lot of times when I start to go negative, it's because I'm focused on the income
and the outcome.
and the outcome. And so when I come back to the principles of focusing on activity, focusing in on my daily or our daily methods of operation, focusing in on the number of leads I need for a month, or the number of applications. When I start thinking about all the things that we need, then I can create a plan, if you will, to get to that ultimate goal of X amount of income per month. And so, yes, obviously that's an important part of it, but there's so many other aspects to this business that will bring about the results that we need. And so that's where I have to go, or we have to go, when we start going negative. But you had another tip, EveElise.
Yes, from one of our coaches and mentors. I thought it was crazy. I never had thought about it. That she had learned it, and she loved it, and it helped her really, or a lot. So it was, say you have to get on a webinar, or you have to get on a call, have to get something done, and you're avoiding it and procrastinating and all that kind of stuff. It's to stand as if you're on top of a mountain, and you're changing your whole body chemistry to being more powerful. And if you picture yourself on the mountain, you're already there. Is to just hold up your arms and stand straight up, legs out, as if you're on top of the mountain, and take some deep breaths. And it literally changes your thinking right then and there. It's just one stance, and it's really easy to do. You can do it while you're on the phone. You can do it right before you do something. And the other one was, so you've got your earbuds in, or you're on speakerphone. Nobody's watching. You can hop down, get on the floor, and do a plank, because you've got the energy, the blood flowing right up to your brain and going back and forth, and then you're engaging your muscles. So you're right away changing some chemistry, body chemistry, to change your emotional chemistry.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is the case for you, but it certainly is for me in general. When I start to get kind of down a little bit, a lot of times I have to ask myself, okay, when was the last time I went and exercised? Because that's what I find that I emotionally, again, start to go a little bit downward if I haven't exercised. And
so that must be those endorphins.
Exactly. So when I go exercise, obviously I can completely change my outlook and my thinking just based on that physical activity alone.
And I have one more that's not physical. It's mental, and it's what you do with your self-talk. So sometimes, like, if I'll wake up in the middle of the night, or I'll wake up in the morning, and I can tell I'm starting to doubt things or worry, is I say something opposite. So one of the things was, we're going to make so much money this month. I just started saying that instead of, oh, we haven't made this much money. You know, you're thinking of the negative, so you just change it to the positive. And all of a sudden, I'm ready to work. I'm ready to get done what I need to get done, which is in our plan. But it's training your brain to just change what you're saying to yourself, because you just have to practice that. But it really does help. So maybe even write it down, you know, and put it all over your house or in your room or at your windows or right next to your bed, so that you start changing those words that you're saying to yourself, or they're there for you when you need them. So, because
at the end of the day, we're all susceptible to taking on negative thinking, and so we constantly have to fight those thoughts. And so we hope those tips help, and we'll see you on the next video.
See you then.
Bye.